Alrighty then, we're live for breakout of Bitcoin potentially here. 31.1 and climbing. Got alerts triggering all over the place. We got some good volume breakout. So far, so good. Hit the like button, help spread the word here. Share this video wherever people watch stuff. All right, welcome in. Hey, Chill. Thanks for all the comments on the YouTube video. Appreciate you. Recognize all the OGs. All right, so we're getting some more move back to 31.1 and climbing. We'll see if we can punch through on the live stream to fresh new 2023 highs. 31.5, I think we're right there, somewhere around in there for the highs. So we'll see if we get it. We got to watch the volume, right? We got a good breakout volume so far, but followed up by pretty much equal red sell volume. So likely people taking some profits just because when you zoom out, right, we've done absolutely the same thing for the past upteen million days. Just go up, to the local ceiling and come back down and hit the floor, then go back up, right? So that's what we're looking for, a change here. So the volume could help us indicate that. Put a Bitcoin volume video out just a few hours ago, so check that out on YouTube when you get a chance, maybe after this. So we'll see if we can actually get another sustained move up, or is it going to end up being, what we've seen for the past several weeks here, which is just a, immediate sell-off. Signs are pointing to maybe a more sustained rally this time. Not because of anything other than look at our moving averages, look at our green upswing here. It's been a little bit different than the previous times, right? All the moving averages not quite sorted out, not quite as strong as we are seeing here. Followed up by, bigger volume than we've seen recently. But I'd really like to see these higher, right? Look at back at our last big breakout, right? And we go look at this, right? So this is what we're looking for. The massive green candle spike, right? Followed by more green volume. And we just don't have that yet, but we could just be in this stage, right? We could just be starting, right? We could be another few days away from the bigger move. And I do think a bigger move is coming. We don't know if it's up or down, but we're leaning bullish because we're in 2023 uptrend for, the past 6 months, roughly. So, and we didn't give any of this move back. Right, we came up here and just held above our key moving averages again. So I have a 31K trigger alert there, so you might see that go off a couple times. I probably should disable that during the live stream, but we'll see. We broke our peak wick that we've been putting in lower high wicks here, right, since over a week ago, right? Last Thursday we made our high, our 2023 high, right, 31,525, and then since then every rally up. Right, even the wicks have been lower, except for today. Today we made our first higher high wick since our 2023 high. So maybe that is some more evidence of further upside. So comments, thoughts, what else do you want to see? I'm here for it, but I wanted to get that out just in case. I'll try to get through the comments when I can. Altcoins, if you haven't heard, like XRP had just got ruled by the judge. It's not a security, so that's up hot. Oh, now it's up even more. Where did I just see it at? It was up 20 something percent earlier. Now it's up 50%. So let's go take a look at XRP really quick because damn, these are 4-hour candles. The hourly candle is the biggest. That was the biggest breakout hourly candle I think maybe I've ever seen, even in the peak bull run. 24% and 25% an hour. Pretty epic there. Look at the volume, right? We're seeing volume. I mean, the previous volume can't even see, right? It's down so low. Look at the previous volume. On the hourly chart, I get it, but there's some spectacular amounts of volume coming in here for buys. Having to adjust for green candles is always a fun situation. Look at that on the daily chart. Of 54% today, dwarfing any move that XRP has done recently, but not in its entirety. Let's go out to the weekly. XRP has these little streaks. I would call this more than a little streak. This is one of the biggest weekly candles we've seen since the last bull run here, right? So going back to 2021, maybe you could argue right there. Late 2021, 64%, but I mean, not seen in almost 2 years, right? This kind of price action for XRP. So maybe this will kickstart the rest of alts. Maybe this will kickstart alt season, or at least a mini altcoin run. And to track that, if you've watched any of my videos, we have this index where it's free. You can go download this or bookmark the website rather, the altcoin season index. And so what we're looking for is a higher high than 22. And so far we have our high at 22 after our low, right? So we're this works in anything. You're looking for trends to identify. So we have a high established, a low established, a higher low so far. If we can see this index punch through 22, and I have a feeling it might do this today, then that would lead to further explosive moves out of altcoins, I would come to believe. Now, if we can get up to the 30s or 40s, right? Think back to early January here, right? This is January, February, this kind of move. Even in the 40s, right? Not even a true alt season. True alt season's up here, right? We have a long ways to go, and I think that might be till next year before we get true alt season. But, I mean, just being in 30s to 40s, you're going to see alts start to 2 or 3x in a week. A couple of weeks, you can get these 100%, 200% gains. Not yet. It's a little too early, but I mean, check this again today, right? Today could be an important day for alts. And I think we might get it because I think Senior XRP could be leading the way here, right? Alts just across the board moving pretty hastily now. MATIC, nice recovery, 16% up on the day. I mean, just scroll up and down here and you're seeing many alts outperforming Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin's coming in strong. It's still Bitcoin season, so if Bitcoin decides this party's over, one way or another, if Bitcoin goes to 33K, by tomorrow or today, right, altcoins will likely start to slow down a little bit because Bitcoin dominance is still so high. But speaking of that, let's go take a look at Bitcoin dominance. It is down a little bit on the day, so this is also helping on the week even. So let's go look at the daily, right? This is the weekly, right? Look at this. So this is helping altcoins come out to flourish here. We're getting a little bit of a breather in Bitcoin dominance, right? So the daily coming down a little bit, but look at the streak it was been on, right? Let's go look at the weekly. It's still in an uptrend. I still expect the Bitcoin dominance to continue up, but maybe upper 50s, 60% is probably about the peak that I see. But zooming out here on the weekly, right? We've just basically just taken out the highs not seen since early 2021, right? Spring 2021. We've held under that for, since then. And now maybe we just do a kind of a back test. We're on the EMA 8 on the weekly, and then maybe we move higher. But it's also worth noting, like, where did the last time, Bitcoin dominance peak? Well, it's found its kind of local area top or permanent top right near this 200 week, right? 200 week, 200 week. A little bit above the 200 week, but still, that is really where it started to lose some of its momentum. And where are we right now? The 200 week, right? So maybe not so surprising. So we'll see if that cools down for a week, 2 weeks, ever, or continues its run up to the upper 50s. I would still give that benefit of the doubt. So now today we're back to the weekly chart here, right? We're looking for a highest weekly close again in 2023. We could do it just if we just close above this guy right here. Close is 30,600. Close above that this week. Odds continue to improve for the bulls, right? But we would like to see if we're up at like 33, 34, whatever prices where we're at the end of this week, we'd like to see that confirmed with a bigger weekly buy volume, right? See this breakout? Look how big that candle is. Look how big the volume is. This one's a little bit less, right? The rallies can continue. Volume doesn't so much matter for continuing a trend, but they are huge for, confirming that trend and confirming a breakout area. So that's what we're looking at on the lower time frames. That's the kind of the Bitcoin video that I made earlier today. So we focused on the 4 hour here, right? So we're watching for bigger volume than we've seen recently, which we got it last 4 hour candle. We're seeing that follow up with more green volume. So the signs are leading to this could be a real breakout. Now the true test is going to come at around 31.4, 31.5, right? Where we've been, it's more rare air up there, right? We've only hit that a couple times. We've hit, 31K a couple times, 31.2, 31.3, but 31.4, 31.5, that's where we'll see, right? I would like to see this green volume higher than the previous one, or at least matching, relatively close, right? You want to see that volume continue to make sure that it's key at breakout levels, right? And we're approaching the breakout level here, right? Otherwise, we're just going to be stuck in sideways action until we do get that volume. So that's all eyes on that for now. We did just make a new high than previous, so that's a good sign. New high as of today is 31,228. Swig of water. My mouth gets ultra dry when I talk a lot. So what else do we got? Hit the like button if you haven't already. Any questions? I'm for it. It's still not alt season, so we're cautiously optimistic here, right? I think XRP could maybe catapult the start of one, but it's a little too early. Let's not get the FOMO just yet. But if you don't have any exposure to anything and you're still sidelined, this might be your big wake up call. Hopefully you have some exposure somewhere. Bitcoin should be the primary focus as of now, right? You use Bitcoin for the main spaceship to get you off of Earth, right? And then once you're in space, then you get your little shuttles and get on your altcoins and go farther, right? You can't take the massive one out to explore all the exoplanets. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you catch my drift, right? Bitcoin gets you up, and then the little spaceships, the altcoins, they take you to infinity and beyond, right? So Bitcoin's still the safe haven, still Bitcoin season. That may be coming to a slow as of today, maybe, right? Maybe altcoins will start to prime a little bit more here. So track that index. It's free index. Yeah, so Ben Cowan's definitely, I've been following him since 2018. Since he had like 100 subscribers, I've been following him. So I'm a big believer in whatever Ben Cowan has and says. But he's a big data person, and he's probably the smartest guy in crypto. He has PhD, all that stuff. So I'm not doubting any of that. But right, his main argument is the pre halving years tend to go up half the year and down half the year, and no arguments there. But there's only 2 data points, right? We're arguing 2 data points. If we had 20 data points and 50 years from now, and it does that every time, okay, I'm with it. But there's every Bitcoin cycle will tend to be a little bit different, and who's to say this isn't the one where it goes up the first half of the year and up the second half of the year, right? That could happen. And I know he's aware of all kind of things like that, but so staying away from alts until a certain date, or I disagree with that, right? Why? How about you wait for the charts and the data to tell you when to come back to alts? So if you need to make it super simple, just wait for alts to start outperforming Bitcoin. They haven't done it yet, but look at how many days are you going to need for Bitcoin to do 2% up, and altcoins are doing average of 5 to 10, 15% up, right? That is simple logic. You don't want to be sitting on just all Bitcoin if you're seeing altcoins just hammer your Bitcoin, right? But same as vice versa. If Bitcoin dominance bounces here at that 8-week moving average that we just looked at, and it does in fact move back to the upside, which that is still the odds, right? This has just been a hell of an uptrend, and it's taking a breath. It's still above the 8-week moving average, so no bearish there, right? If you look in the grand scheme of things, it's just put in fresh local highs. So maybe even just a bullish retest. And if this goes again, right, this will be a short-lived, altcoin day or week or whatever it's going to be. But so cautiously optimistic, as I've said. But that's kind of my 2 cents on alts. Just kind of wait for the proof, and not so much what past cycles have done or what any specific date or halving or any of that stuff. So that's just my 2 cents on that one. I also just saw Alex Mashinsky, the CEO and founder of Celsius, as of today, just got arrested. So we'll see how that goes. That's good news. If you're new to my channel and are watching for the first time, I have all of my assets there. I've been in crypto for about 6 years now. Made a good bit, over a million, well over a million, 7 figures plus. And I got all trapped there, right? I was just earning all my living and interest on there. So my fault, super greedy, right? Not having it spread out more, or, taking the warning signs. But, when you're living comfortable and all your assets and liabilities are just kind of paid for based on interest alone, and I have to do anything, right? It's like, why would you get rid of that? And so this is the price I paid for it, but maybe we'll get something back. I don't have any hopes, but I'm kind of starting over again. So so I'm always happy to see that bad guys getting arrested and, getting their own. So Mashinsky arrested as of just a few hours ago, I believe. So we'll see what happens from that. Oh, that's another good point. I wanted to look at the DXY. Oh, we're back under 100 on the DXY. So meltdown epic proportions of the DXY this week. So we're coming in, big to massive support here, though. The 200 week is not to be taken lightly. If we're going to bounce, right, it's going to be there. The 200 week, let's get an exact number. I would bet that this holds, right? At least initially, 99.5, 99.5, you can see up there in the pink. Right, that's my EMA ribbon. If you want to add that, you can just type in EMA ribbon on your indicators. Then you can just kind of pick your colors. If you want to go with mine, you can just, pause the video or watch my video. It's EMA ribbon, and it's by Crypto with a K, or Krypton, or whatever. So there's a bunch of options on it. So if you want to add that, I've had some questions recently on how to add that. So that's it. So DXY, if it bounces, right, maybe we get a little bit of a pause. But we're starting to flourish here, because this is definitely some part of why we're seeing so much green. Today, yesterday, we're doing okay, right? Because of the DXY is absolutely taking a red waterfall day. Decided to go camping down under the devil, with the devil, right? So what? Another point. Let's get back on track here, right? We've broken multi-month support going back to early January. For the DXY, this is on the daily chart now. So wherever we bounce, probably 99.5, I would guess the 200 week, right? I would love to just cut right through that, but I don't think that's the odds. When we bounce, we'd want to see this previous support flip to resistance. So maybe we go down a little bit more, and then over the coming days and weeks, maybe we do something like this, and then send it back down to back with the devil, right? So that's what we want to do. We don't want to break back through previous big time support. Needs to flip to resistance, right? And it should, but I do think we're going to bounce sometime relatively soon. Maybe we get next week, maybe it remains red this week, but nothing's going to move down this quickly and just keep going down, right? We're going to have a kind of a bounce, and then this is where we'll look for big time help for crypto, right? If this scenario happens where we come down, bounce, and then hit our head under this support, flip to resistance, it's go time in a big way for I think all of crypto. So stay tuned for that in the coming probably couple weeks, right? We'll see how that pans out, right? So okay, now back to any other questions. The stock market, DJI, I think equities are going to continue higher, right? I've kind of said that on previous live streams and even previous videos, Telegram chats, right? That's my long-term targets. I think for the next 2 years, the stock market and crypto will go up, and all the epic crashes, I don't doubt them for the stock market. Whatever Great Depression crash, maybe that's coming, but I don't think for at least 2 years, right? I think all the stuff in the government and the central bank digital currencies, I think that's all kind of happening, but I think we're probably still a few years away from that. So if there's going to be an epic crash, no one's likely going to predict that, right? I think too many people are onto the plan at this point, and I think it's going to be a kind of a, I don't want to say black swan, but I think it'll catch people off guard, and I think too many people are prepared for that or expecting that at this point, if that makes sense. It's just my opinion, but I think we're going to have, relatively green the next 2 years, whether or not short term is red, right? Like Benjamin Cowan is on the side where, this next half of 2023 is going to be red for the most part in crypto. You know, I hope not, but I'm prepared for that, right? And you should be too. You should always look at both sides of the equation. Don't always follow all perma bears or all perma bulls. You need to be looking at, you know, a good couple of big time bulls and a good couple of big time bears and see who's got the better argument. Now, I don't know what kind of legs the perma bears have to stand on right now. I think they're kind of flopping around, foaming at the mouth right now, but I don't see a whole lot of bearish action, and by a whole lot, I mean zero. I would like to see anyone that has evidence of any kind of bearish stuff. I mean, just look at the chart. I mean, on any time frame, it's looking pretty great. So, yeah, I guess the bears could argue that we've attempted to break, you know, all-time highs consecutive weeks and been able to do that, right? But if that's like the bears' biggest argument, I don't know what we're doing here, right? We bounced off the 200-day. Back up to the new after, you know, playing out this flag formation, the downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, right? That's going to play out to the upside more times than not, which we are. Now we're up here holding above key moving averages on the daily, moving up now, pressing the upper Bollinger Band. I mean, all evidence is leaning bulls here, right? The glove fit, must have quit, right? Don't fit. I messed it up. You got it. Bro, my alarm is still going off on my phone. My phone's been acting up lately. I'm going to have to get a new one, but new one comes out in October, and I'm not getting another one until then. Had that one for, it's still going off. I'm just going to throw it against the wall here in a second. Hang on, I got messages on the chat here on my phone. Hang on. All right, back to it. How do I feel about Elliott waves? I like them. A lot of people use them. Good people that I like that I could recommend that use those a lot are Coins Kid, which I'm sure most of you are following him. And, you know, sometimes Alessio Rastani uses those. But, you know, follow people that use them a lot and talk about them a lot, and not just random people that don't often talk about them or never talk about them or seemingly are confident, because the thing with those are, you know, you have to draw them correctly, and a lot of people get those wrong. Or the reason I don't like them, I should say, that's the shorter list, is that they can be subjective, right? People can draw those wrong very easily and quickly, and, you know, argue both sides of it. So I don't really use them as much. I kind of focus on, you know, Japanese candlestick theory, which you're seeing. That's what these are. Support and resistance, moving averages, volume, Heikin-Ashi candles, which if you've ever seen these before, these are cool. They kind of tell you the momentum, and they're the opposite of the traditional candlesticks. Whatever side the wick is on, that's where your momentum is. I mean, and look at this on the daily momentum. Just, you know, thank you for bringing that up. I mean, which side are you favoring here? Bullish or bearish, right? The charts are favoring bulls by fact the past 4 days. Right, green, and the wicks are bigger on the upper side than the down side, right? So, and I mean, look at that momentum move, right? It would be nice to see another one of those, right? So if we get another one of these, that takes us to like right at 35K, this same amount of move, like around 15%, takes us to 35. So, I mean, if you see us at 35K, you shouldn't be surprised. That's kind of a measured move of the previous one, right? So, could we do that again? Of course, right? But we got to see some volume, right? If we get a move up, right, look at the volume, right? Clear breakout and clear volume behind it. So if we break 31.5, we better see a damn green candle, right? That's what I'd like to see. Inner Circle Trader, I don't know what that is. Is that a YouTube channel, or is that an indicator? Or I obviously have no idea what you're talking about. welcome in. I recognize some OGs in here. Oh, Chainlink, good idea. I probably should make a link video soon, huh? Up 8% today. Most alts are doing rather well right now. So Chainlink, key, we're at key breakout here, right? So that's from previous video. But look at where we are. We're pressing underside retest of the 200-day EMA right now as we speak. So we'd like to see a close above that, right? If not today, tomorrow is fine. That's fine. Okay, we'll probably do a Chainlink YouTube update. Probably tomorrow, Friday. We like to do Chainlink videos on Friday. Seem to do well over the weekend as well. So I do like this, right? The kind of the fake out to the downside, lost previous, long term, just 1 year of like the support zone, just a fake out down, a deviation, and now back instant recovery. And your final, someone got a chance for about 3 seconds to buy Chainlink under $5, and probably not many. Most people spooked the shit and thought, $3 was coming. Everyone was calling for $1, $2, $3. I think I saw everywhere across, Reddit and Twitter back then, during this candle. And then look at, surprise, surprise, closing back above the 21 week would be a huge recovery, right? And not only that, but we got to do it let's do it another week without, I would love to see back-to-back greens, weekly. Right, here's a couple right here. Good things happen on back-to-back greens with Chainlink, right? And we haven't had that. Look at any kind of big pump we've had, getting above the 21 week, and this is only 2 shots we've done in the past year, 1 and 2, and both followed by epic devil candles, right? So let's go ahead and send the God candle up, right? That's what we're looking for. But Chainlink makes the bigger moves after the 200 week, right? That's when you'll see Chainlink start to behave like we've all used to back in early 2020, 2021, or just pre-2021 from inception, right? Chainlink made, 20,000% move there in the early times. So people that are frustrated with Link just bought too late, right? So this is the zone, right? I know it's a big ass zone, but I mean, Chainlink putting sideways for a year. So 8 to 9, I would go 9, because I think this 200 week is likely going to be around $9 when we get up to it. That will take out all previous close weekly wicks and closes, right? So if you're looking for just closes, right, you could just put on a line price and it cleans it up a bit, and then you can even drag this down, right? Forget the wicks, right? The closes. So we got to take out, I mean, there's 880, right? Could very well be at the 200 week at the same time. Once we close above that, you see this blue closing weekly line above that, then the move comes, right? Big time, right? There's nothing between there and there. Between here and our next stop, we're going to, I mean, that's paltry, but I mean, that's $12, $13. I mean, we're looking at, maybe this looks like a better spot than this guy. So I wouldn't worry about this $13 range. I would focus pretty much immediately after $9. I wouldn't be thinking of anything resistance wise until 18 to 19 area, based on the previous kind of bear market right there, right? That's much bigger level than this guy, when most people are probably looking at that, but overcoming the $9, the 200 week, right? This should make a pretty epic pump when it does it. So that's what we're looking for Chainlink. Hopefully that helps, but we got to see some volume too. I mean, look at the volume tapering here. But, if we get up in here, I think you'll see that volume return to Chainlink. So stay tuned for that. Probably make a video tomorrow kind of re-summarizing this and looking at different time frames. Water. Pretzels are making me... Oh, man, Bitcoin's moving again. Let's go take a look-see at Bitcoin. Now we're at 31.3, excuse me. 31.3 for Bitcoin. A new alarm going. You can see how many I have them set like every $100, so I can at least pay attention to them, right? When they're happening. God, when I'm live streaming, it lagged big time. I have like 78 windows open up above. All right, so look, now we're getting our nice green daily candle. Look at that daily candle, bigger than we've seen since our last big one, right? So this is what you want to see. Look at the volume rising too. Good sign. Let's take a look at the lower time frames. See if this is going to be a true breakout. All signs are pointing towards it. The volume's confirming on the 4 hour, right? Back-to-back greens, bigger volume than we've seen in many previous sessions. That's what we want to see. Tapping right off that EMA 8. I don't know if you can see that wick. Let me make it a little bit bigger there. Look at that. This big move, the sell-off, bite back. You want for bulls to remain in charge big time. You got to hold those upper moving averages, right? So let's look at even shorter time frame. Let's zoom into the hourly. So massive hourly volume, back at, the 11 to 12 candle Eastern time. These are all Eastern times. And now, I mean, no closes, no even wicks back below the EMA 8, even on the hourly. So if you're waiting for this to fail, you'll have your signs at least when we close back below the EMA 8. Until then, Up is the word of the day. A week, an hour, and until further notice, right? You'll see the signs, right? There's the signs. The signs right now are pointing upwards. 31.3, right? Fresh local highs today, approaching fresh 2023 highs within less than $200, $300. We have about 300, less than 300 before we could catch it on stream maybe. Yeah, Bitcoin looks like it's wanting to go here. We can look at more at obscure altcoins as altcoin seasons pick up. I know it's picked up today, but I'd like to do like a specific live stream and focusing on just alts. So thanks for your question on Oasis Rose, but we'll do that later. Just wanted to kind of get an update out for Bitcoin, kind of emergency look at possible breakouts, and I think it's likely that we're getting that. So let's see. Yeah, I announced the XRP thing at the beginning of the stream. Yeah. XRP not a security. XRP is up like 50 or 60% or something stupid. It's crazy. What's it up now? Anybody got the number? I have to scroll up and down. Can't find it. Oh, 51%. XRP is up 51%. That's even in the past like 2 hours, couple hours. So pretty big move there. Virginia, we can do ETH BTC. Yep. Let's scroll down here and find it. Got to try to memorize where it's at. It's right here somewhere. Just hang on just a minute. ETH BTC. I think this is probably due for a bounce. Here we go. Got it. It'll load here sometime. Oh, hey, not too bad, right? Okay, so I haven't looked at this in a couple days, but with the XRP case and altcoins going berserk, right, makes sense that Ethereum, Bitcoin has bounced, at least for now, for short-term, long-term, whatever. So what do I like about this chart? Well, you tell me. Do you see a higher low? Yes. Do you see a higher high? Yes. This is showing that the daily chart has reversed this trend. This downtrend is now over. Now, how long will this trend last? I don't know. We need to close first above this candle, right? This closed 63.46. So close above that today. I probably like the odds, but we'll see, right? The Bollinger Band shaping up for a bigger move. But this could also be the sign that you're waiting for to get bigger into alts. You want Ethereum, Bitcoin to take off before, if the king of alts, I don't really consider Ethereum an alt, but if you want the altcoin market to do well, right? Ethereum's got to be doing relatively well against Bitcoin. Otherwise, this is just how it works, right? You want this to go first, and then altcoin season's probably right around the corner. ETH usually will finish towards the last part in altcoin season, but the first part, if you want it to kind of kickstart, ignite it, I think this is what you look for. So good start on the daily. Let's see what the weekly looks like. So we're still in pretty epic downtrend here on the weekly. So this could just be a bounce. Like to see an EMA 8 close and recapture even above the 100 week before you get too excited. 6,500 right there if you see what I'm looking at. So the Satoshis out here to the side, right? That's what we're looking at here. Recapture of the 100 week. And until then, this could just be, right? I know it's easy to feel FOMO and get excited during these times, but the proof is not there yet, right? That's where I start to probably recapture my attention, but we're still in a weekly epic downtrend, okay? Make no mistake. So the next support you should be eyeing to the downside is the 200 week. Now, if you want to, if you're holding just Ethereum and Bitcoin, where do you convert your Bitcoin to Ethereum? I would say at the 200 week is a good place to start. Or you reverse this trend. And unfortunately, you got a hell of a long ways to wait before you reverse that trend, because this trend by definition does not reverse until you're closing a weekly candle above 7,000, right? But at least maybe to start, maybe you have hopes that this is done. If we can recapture 6,500. Otherwise, I still think the odds are probably down here. As with most alts, I think they're still going to, roughly lose value against Bitcoin over the remainder of this year, probably going into springtime, if I had to guess for now. Now, I'm willing to change on a dime, right? Bruce Lee, be water, right? I'm willing to change my theory instantly. And if you're following people that don't ever change their theory, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that will never change. I would be cautious in continuing to follow them, because they could get you destroyed, right? Because if you're always following, the path of light and there's no dark, right? I don't know where I'm going with that, but you got it, right? So always look at both sides of the coin, positive and negative, no matter what your feelings are. That's the best way to do anything. Yeah, the XRP candle, you go look at the XRP candle on the hourly. It is the biggest hourly candle I think I've ever seen, bull market included. It was like 25% in minutes. I got to catch the tail end of it. It was pretty epic to see. I gotta sort these better. I have so many damn coins on here. So look at the XRP candle on the weekly. Look at the weekly XRP. Holy shit. It's at 82 cents now. Pardon my language, but that needed the shit. So next resistance, I'm going to go with 86 cents right in this area. You see where I'm looking at on the weekly? I'd be hard pressed to see if we don't have a cool off somewhere in this zone. I would bet anybody that would like to bet me. Now, I don't own a ton of XRP, but for those of you that do, and you're like hella in profit right now, anywhere in this zone, probably not until there, but 90 cents, if you tag 90, I mean, at least lock in some profits or put a stop loss down, 85, right? To lock some of this in. If it pushes higher, good. That's why you just have a stop loss, right? And then you have $1,000 in XRP, which is worth more now. But maybe you take 25, 30% off in this zone. Maybe you take another 25%, 30% off up here. Or you wait till it comes back down and then get out or something like that. But don't be silly. Don't watch this come back down if it does, right? Not likely. But securing profits after a 75% 3-hour move could be in your best interest, right? But the next zone after this, I mean, you're way the hell up here, right? 120, 125. Yeah, I would go 120, 120, 130. There's your next zone. So if this breaks through, there's nothing stopping it to here. But please, if you have some XRP, do yourself a favor. And if we get into that first zone, at least put a stop loss under it, right? Put a stop loss at like 83, 85, something like that, just in case, right? And take some profit off the table, right? That's how pros do it, right? If you want to be a better trader, you have to learn to take profits, okay? Plain and simple. It's the most difficult thing in the planet to do. People think buying is hard. No, buying is easy. Selling is hard, right? Especially after this. But, and we don't have really any resistance between here and 90, 93, 94, right? That's it. So just word to the wise there on XRP. We've broken this, right? This is big time move, right? This is a major move. So this now, if we somehow, come back down here, which I don't know if I see happening anytime real soon, but if we come back down, this zone should be the support zone, right? Previous resistance, flip to support. So we should not go below 60 to 50, 53 to 60 cents. Now I can go in there and still maintain ultra bull, right? But if we hit this and then come back down, we're likely going here. There's nothing stopping it from coming back down. It went up that fast, it could come down that fast. So don't feel the FOMO. Don't be buying in here, right? That's not great to do. After don't buy on a 75% pump. But that's just I'll leave that there for you to copy pasta, right? Hey, that's a good point. When XRP gets relisted on Coinbase, it could go up again. Very good point, right? So yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. All right, what else we got? Alts are just melting up right now. It's looking good. What's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin's kind of holding steady around 31.2, 31.3. This is still seeming like a pretty good start to a breakout, right? Bitcoin. This is not the big move from Bitcoin. The big move from Bitcoin would be like, 2K. I would go like 2K in a day, 2K a day, right? That's a decent move for Bitcoin. That'd be the big move. But we haven't done that yet. But where have we done? Let's see what we've done so far today. It's been pretty good. We're up almost 1,000, 930. We're up 1,000, right? So I mean 2,000. If you get up to let's say we close at 32 today, that's a big day, right? That's a strong day, a strong close, and likely we're going to see more because that would break out with convincing, likely volume and convincing price action. If we could close above 32, you can see my last alert set right there, 32K. If we tag that, even if we close here, right? This is great sign that Bitcoin will continue up, right? Closing at a new high. The Bollinger Bands are showing, the tightest pinch since early January, right? Let that sink in, right? That's 6 months, right? We haven't seen a Bollinger Band pinch this tight, and now we could be seeing another move. I would say at least 15% on a week, and that puts us at 35K, right? So that's what this move was right here. If we do that again, that's 35K. And that wasn't even a, quote unquote big move from Bitcoin, right? That wasn't the epic move, right? This was 15%, right? This one back here, 26%, right? So 15%, let's start where we opened. I think that gets us right to 35K. 15% gets us to 35. 26 gets us ungodly high, right? 26% gets us almost to 40K, right? That's right here, right? We haven't started the move yet, right? If it's up, right? We still don't know if it's up. We're hoping it's up for the bulls. The evidence is there for the bulls, but we haven't seen the massive volume spike yet. And that's what kind of I'm waiting for. So if we start to see a continued move, we need to see the spike up with the volume, right? I'd like to see that, especially if we close at fresh highs, 2023 high. If we close above 31.6 and the volume's still here, I'm more skeptic if we're closing at like 32K and the volume's up here, right? If you're wondering where the hell I'm looking at, it's the volume down here, right? So I'd like to see something like with these guys, right? I want to see this daily volume up here with they close today, especially if we're closing, where we are or higher. So now we're looking at 31.4. We're trying to press 2023 highs on the live stream. That would be great. Welcome in if you're new. I've covered a lot of stuff already. I did XRP, I did Chainlink, so you could watch. Chainlink was like 5 minutes ago even. Bitcoin DXY. I'm running out of water, so I have to end the stream. No, I'm just I can't even swallow anymore. That's what she said. 20% up for MATIC. I mean, why don't we go take a look at that? So the daily chart for MATIC looking quite impressive. Look at the volume. Biggest daily volume we've seen in months out of MATIC, months, and day's not even over yet. We still have 6 hours. This is pretty epic. Now resistance is right here at 85 cents. If we can close above 85 cents today for MATIC, I would say you might have lost your chance to buy at these prices. MATIC looking like a powerhouse reversal here. But it's still too early to call, right? This is kind of our area, right? If we break 75, you're likely going to 85, right? And I talked about this in our Telegram group. If you break 85 and close above that, you're likely going to 95. You have the 200 day in here, right? Might present some hesitation around 90 cents, but MATIC will start moving bigger again, recovering above not only the 200 day, but we got to get back above the psychological dollar level, really, right? You can see how we kind of held that, and that was that flip to that support flip to resistance. Look at that, right? I mean, textbook breakdown, retest, fail, and nuke it, right? So dollar for MATIC, 95 cents to $1. Then that will likely pick up even bigger than this. Might be the catalyst to get it going though. So 20% is definitely no joke. ADA up 20%. XRP up 90%. That's ridiculous. 90% for XRP now. I mean, I got to go look at it again. Look at that candle. It's not often you get to see something like that. That is pretty epic, right? It's not even alt season. Let that sink in. Not even alt season. It's Bitcoin season, and XRP pulled one of these, right? So, yikes. That's pretty special. 90%. Wowza. Shit. Who drew the short straw? Oh yeah, side note, yeah, good thing. Look at the zone. Look at the zone we're in, right? So it could go higher, sure. hopefully you at least have a stop loss because we're in this next zone, and that was the previous peak before it's Nuketown down from 2022 into the bear market, right? So previous top, right? This is where we're at. This is the zone. On the weekly, it becomes even more clear, right? So don't, you've made some shit ton of profits here in the past couple of hours. Don't watch it come back. It can go higher. We're at 93 now, right? So here we are. We can go higher, but at least have a stop loss in just in case, right? Okay, their next zone, if this punches through, is way the hell up here, right? But we're up almost to 2x in 4 hours. Has anybody said that recently? Up a 2x in 4 hours? What? XRP 2x in 4 hours. You heard it here first. That's pretty. That's. I can't even say that without shaking my head, right? 2x in 4 hours. That doesn't make sense. And then compute. Bitcoin 31.4, still trying to test 2023 highs. I think we're going to get it, right? The odds are there. The odds are there at this point. The hourly chart, the 4 hour chart look good on volume. Yeah, if we get that, right, I think the floodgates open further. Look at the volume now, right? This has just changed. The volume on this 4 hour candle for Bitcoin is now higher than previous, right? And I said that a few hours ago. I think I even said that in the Bitcoin video. What we'd want to see is another green candle, preferably above that volume. So we're seeing that now. The high, we hit 31.5 and I missed it. So we hit 31.5 again to the T. So we'll see if we can somehow break through. If we do, I think, I don't think we see an XRP move, but, maybe we get an additional, maybe we get to 32K and close above that. That would be nice. But, we're still kind of hesitating around that 31.5 level. So we'll see if we're going to end up, busting through or rejecting again and trying again maybe later in the day or later tomorrow or, come into the week or something. Alt's doing quite well. Link up 10% now. Nice. MATIC up 21%. XRP up 3,000%. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I plan on doing a little bit, just a short little stream, but I'm looking for the time, however long I've been on here. I think it's been a while. If you got any other questions, I think I answered all of them, but I appreciate you watching this long. If you have, I'll try to do more of these as things pick up. Trying to get over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've only been doing it for like 3 years now, so no rush. But we'll get there. We'll get there with the new bull market, I think. So I'll keep doing more videos, more live streams. Thanks for everyone watching. 25 current viewers. I feel like I don't want to end with that many. You're like 25. Like that's pretty epic. 25. If you got any more questions, or I can cover more stuff. I'll stay around if you're stay around. Thank you, John. John gave me the suggestion in my Telegram group to why don't you do a live stream? I'm like, light bulb. Right? Might as well. It's probably a pretty good day to do it. XRP up 2x. Bitcoin pressing 2023 highs. Always fun to do live streams when everyone's happy, right? See, everyone started clicking off because I acted like I was going to end, and yet still I'm here. I don't know if I got anything else to talk about. Bitcoin, I kind of did my summary. It's kind of just wait and see now. Yeah, if you haven't yet, join. We have a free Telegram. We have a private Telegram. You can join that through Patreon. You get, option to request anything, lots of tips and tricks, teachings. I teach you how to become a better trader there. So, if you want to do that sometime in this bull market, love to have you. Car of the day. Yeah, the Noble. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Noble. I know Nobles. I don't have a model, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we can do, let me do the car of the day. If you didn't, see it in the, YouTube video, is the Lamborghini Diablo, the old school one, wrecked from early 2000s, late 90s, and made famous by Mr. Lloyd and Dumb and Dumber. I owe you. All right, we might as well end with Lloyd. All right, I'll see you on the next one, and thanks for watching. And I need a catch summary. Give me a catchphrase to end my videos with. If you win, I'll send you a free shirt when I print them. Right? I'm going to make shirts this next bull run. We're going to do like 3 or 4. If I use your catchphrase or anything, give me ideas for shirts. If I use your shirt, you get a free shirt at least, probably more. All right.